Bonjour tout le monde, c'est votre professeur favorite, Mademoiselle Rapp, et je suis ici aujourd'hui pour discuter le verbe aimer en français. Et puis on va discuter aussi les conjugations et on va apprendre comment conjuguer des verbes qui terminent en E, R en français. Pour commencer, aimer, this verb aimer is, here I'm going to try to write again. So the verb aimer is what we call in French the infinitive of the verb to like in English. So when we say infinitive, like we're not talking about infinities and stuff like that. Infinitive just means, in other words, it's the whole form of the verb. And when I say whole form, I mean it's the verb before it's conjugated. And an example would be like in English, to play. Okay, the whole verb to play, that's the infinitive in English. Conjugated would be like he plays. See how there's an added s on the end? That's the conjugation for he, she in English. And so we do the same thing and we conjugate in French. However, in English, we don't even realize that we do it because we're so used to it, right? So in other words, it's the whole form of the verb and the one you find in a dictionary. Ooh, that's rough. Okay. Donc, you then need to conjugate the verb according to each subject pronoun. Okay, I know I'm using a lot of grammatical terms here, right? So, when we conjugate, we just use it, we do it according to each subject pronoun. Subject pronouns in French are je, tu, il, elle, on, nous, vous, and il, elle pluriel. So they're all of our subjects in French, okay? Just like our subjects in English. I, you, he, she, it, they, okay? All right, let's scroll down. All right. So, la conjugation. Je vais changer les couleurs. I'm going to go ahead and change the colors here. So, how we conjugate in French. And specifically, we're going to use the verb aimer, which is an ER verb. This is our most common verb, type of verb in French, ones that end in ER. We have three categories in French, ER, IR, and RE. Aimer is an ER verb, regular, and so we're just going to use it as an example. So you take the verb in its infinitive form, aimer, take off the ER. So here's our verb, aimer. We're going to get rid of the ER, and we're left with AIM. That's what we call our stem. Now we're gonna add our ER verb endings. So that's why for the je, for I, it's j'aime. And the ending is just an E. For tu, it's M, but it ends in an ES. For il, elle, on, he, she, or on means like one, or in French, we also use it to say we. We as in multiple people, not we as in yes. Il, elle, on is M also, and that just ends in an E as well. Nous is aimons, so let's take the stem, then we add an O-N-S. Vous is aimez, pronounced just like the infinitive, but it ends in an EZ. And then il, el pluriel, they being boys or they being girls, M, let's take the stem, AIM, and then we add an ENT. So our endings for regular ER verbs are E, ES, E, ONS, EZ, and ENT. So this is the first verb you're learning how to conjugate rather than avoir. Avoir is an irregular verb, so it doesn't really follow a pattern. But here, these verbs do follow a pattern, okay? To help with pronunciation, all of these verbs that I'm putting in the boot right now, they are called boot verbs and they're all pronounced the same. Okay? J'aime, tu aimes, il, on aime, and then il, aime. They're all pronounced the same, but they're spelled differently. Okay? Except for je and il. But yeah, that'll help with pronunciation. Continuez. So using aimer with an activity. If you like to do an activity, what you're gonna do is conjugate. Sorry, my writing is a little rough. Conjugate the verb aimer. So we have to conjugate it for the subject. So like je, j'aime, you have to conjugate that. You can't leave it aimer. It's not j'aime, it's j'aime. J'aime, and then leave the second verb in the infinitive, okay? So we only need to conjugate the first verb. So for example, j'aime écouter la musique de Black M. I like to listen to Black M's music or the music of Black M, okay? I like is conjugated, j'aime. In French, we only need to conjugate the first verb. Any other verbs that come after that, do not conjugate them. You leave them in the infinitive. I like to listen to Black M. Using aimer with a noun. If you want to say that you like something, being a noun, a person, place, or thing, you conjugate aimer like normal, j'aime, then use a definite article that corresponds to the noun. So in French, we have to use the definite article. What are those again? Le, la, L apostrophe, and les. So these are the articles we have to use when using the verb aimer. All right? We can't say j'aime un chocolat, like I like a chocolate. You have to say j'aime le chocolat. I like chocolate. I like the chocolate. That's what it translates to literally. But when we translate it back in English, it just means I like chocolate. So it has to be a definite article. And there you go. Voila. In English, we can omit this, right? We just say I like chocolate. But in French, we can't. Remember? So j'aime le chocolat. We have to have that definite article, okay? And then a really quick note on negation. Negation meaning when we want to say we don't like something. What we have to do is when you want to say that you don't, oh, I'm so sorry, this is hard to read. Don't like something, add the words, we've seen this before, ne and pas around the verb. And it's going to be conjugated. That aimer is conjugated. Je n'aime pas, I don't like. Manger means to eat, les légumes. Je n'aime pas manger les légumes. I don't like to eat vegetables. Nous n'aimons pas les devoirs. We don't like homework, okay? Notice how we have our definite articles, les légumes, les devoirs, okay? And our ne and our pas go around the conjugated verb, conjugated form of aimer. Okay? Those are the notes on the verb aimer. Here are just a few helpful phrases. Qu'est-ce que tu aimes faire? What do you like to do? J'aime. We know that means I like. Je n'aime pas. I don't like. And je préfère is just another way to say j'aime, but specifically means like I prefer rather than I like. Both of these phrases are similar or used equally in French. Although for our purposes, j'aime, we're specifically working with the verb aimer, so you can use j'aime more than je préfère, however you want. So yeah, all right. Au revoir tout le monde.